Yeah. Your town nice. Stay in the know. Hardin County. Talk loud. Hardin Local got the whole town down. From Radcliffe Rose to the E-Town Square. If it's going down, you'll hear it right here. Nate got the scoop when the business grow. Nate's business buzz, let the whole town know. New shop popping, yeah, the word gon' flow. Local grind strong, let the spotlight glow. Then J.O.B. with the weekend plans. Events in the county for the whole fam. Concerts, festivals, places to go. Circle that calendar so you don't miss the show. Stay in the know. Hardin County. Yeah. Rachel got the numbers when the market move. Housing update, let the data prove who's buying what and where things go. Smart move start when you stay in the know. Then the food talk hit when the mic get lit. Experience eater telling where to sit. New spot fire, yeah, we gotta go. Local plates hot, let the flavor show. Small town roots, but the vision big. Every local story with the gig. From the sports park lights to the downtown glow. Hardin Local on the mic, now the whole town knows. Stay in the know. Hardin County. Hardin Local. Let it ride. Head bopping local tonight. Hardin County on the vibe. From the news to the food to the city lights. Stay in the know. Hardin County. From nothing, now the whole town know. Found her with the plan and the mic in hand. Hardin Local roots all across the land. Sky on the co-host with the guns out flex. Sleeveless every season, what you gonna expect? Keep it real, keep it loud, keep the people fed. If the shirt got sleeves, then it's left on red. From the mic to the street, from the town to the show. Hardin Local on the beat, yeah, the whole county know. Real stories, real folks, every voice in the flow. County stand up. Stay in the know. Hardin County. Hardin Local. Let it ride. Head bopping local tonight. Ooh, let us ride. Hardin County.
Welcome everyone to Hardin Local Weekly Podcast. I'm Phil Taul, the founder of Hardin Local, and I'm your host today. Rachel's off this week for being our host, but so I'll be driving the show, but don't worry, she's hopping on a little later for your housing market updates. Summer is in full swing in Hardin County. We've got a great show. John's got a stacked week of events. Father's Day weekend is loaded. Nate's got business buzz with some big downtown and mall news. Rachel's got your housing update. And Britten and Michele, the experienced eaters, are back with a brand new spot that just had a soft opening, which we will be talking about quite a bit today. Plus, with Father's Day this Sunday, Scott's got a great icebreaker for us. But first, let's bring up the crew. Scott Lucas is my co-host today. Nice to see you, Scott. Got Jon O'Brien covering events and happenings. Nathaniel or Nate Bryan, business news and updates. Britten, and maybe Michele.
Oh, she'll be here.
She'll be here. The experienced eaters. And Rachel will join us later. If not, we have updated the housing market portal on hardinlocal.com. So we have the market update there, and we'll have a little article about it later too, but she should be joining us shortly. And I'm Phil Taul. I am the founder of Hardin Local, hosting you through today. All right, you'll notice our spotlight on screen today is one that's close to home. It's us. Hardin Local is bringing back our candidate interviews for November general election. If you're a candidate running unopposed or running opposed and you didn't get to sit down with us during the primary, this is your shot. I'll tell you exactly how to register in just a second. For now, keep an eye on hardinlocal.com/elections. You can find it up in the corner. The scan QR code will take you to our site to subscribe. That's different. And I'm about to get there. Before anything else, here's the one thing I really want you to do today. Go to hardinlocal.com or scan that QR code up in the corner and create your free account. Let me tell you why it's worth 10 seconds. Let me tell you why it's worth doing this in 10 seconds. I don't know if I'll be able to do it though. Every week we drop bonus members only content on the website you can't get anywhere else. This week, it's a full special report on the new German cafe that just opened downtown. Everything you need to know about the place, the menu, all of it. Nate's going to tell you exactly how to find it in a few minutes. And when you've got a free account, we'll email you the moment that report updates with all the bonus content so you never miss it. When you make a free account, you also get our weekly email. Every episode, event, and story straight to your inbox and one update per week email. And sorry, I just had I think Rachel's joined us, so let me get her added, but let me finish this real quick. When you make a free account, you also get our weekly email, every episode, event, and story straight to your inbox. It's completely free. We just want you plugged in. Go to hardinlocal.com, hit sign up or subscribe, and drop a comment once you're in so we can shout you out. You can comment on any of the articles there. So we're also on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeart, and Amazon Music. Follow us there. Follow on LinkedIn, subscribe on YouTube. And if you're on Facebook right now and you haven't followed us, go ahead and hit that follow and turn on those notifications. Drop your comments, questions, and events and business tips in the chat. We read them at the end. And if you've got shout outs, personal or business, drop them in the comments right now. We'll read them in closing, and I'll bring some of them up during the stream. Let's go ahead and get this Rachel added in. Hello, Rachel. Let's get everybody up on here a little better. Make myself a little smaller. There we go. Good to see you.
Perfect.
All right, special announcements, guys. We got a couple of them. First one being election interviews, how to register. Okay, I'd like to mention at the top, our candidate interviews are back for November. If you're running opposed in the general election and didn't get to interview with us during the primary, we want you on. Here's all you got to do. Go to hardinlocal.com/elections, or you just go to hardinlocal.com and find the elections link in the top menu. Find the registration button on that page, sign into the Hardin Local website, and complete the form before July 5th. That's hardinlocal.com/elections. Registration for these interviews closed July 5th. We've already got tons of folks signing up, so don't wait. We want every local candidate to get that opportunity. It is free. Also, now a quick word for the business owners watching. As a lot of you know, we've started to monetize Hardin Local, and sponsorship is a great way to get your business in front of thousands of people right here in Hardin County every week. If that's something you'd like to explore, here's how to. Go to hardinlocal.com, go to the bottom and click the sponsor button. Or you can just go to hardinlocal.com/sponsor to learn more. Or you can just text me, Phil, at 270-312-2910. It's 270-311-2910. Send me your name, your business name, and say I'm interested in Hardin Local sponsorship. And I'll personally get right back to you. And before we move on, I want to take a quick minute to thank the businesses already trusting us as we grow. Thank you to some of our recent sponsors, the Getaway Campgrounds, Heartland Mini Golf, and Riders Market in Upton. And a special shout out to Stu and Renee Sullivan and their team at each of those. We appreciate you. A big thank you as well to Member Medical, Malibu Jacks, Lead Pest Control, and Riverside Marketing Solutions for joining our sponsorship family, along with the Plumbing Doctor and Omni Design Group. We don't take a single one of you for granted. Thank you for believing in what we're building. And if you'd like to join them, again, that's hardinlocal.com/sponsor, or text me 270-312-2910. And don't forget, Father's Day is this Sunday. Whether it's your dad, a grandpa, or somebody who stepped into that role for you, take a minute this weekend. John's got some great Father's Day weekend events coming up, and a lot of our local sports spots have something going on. So support local while you celebrate. Any other announcements? Hosts, any of you guys got anything? John? No? Nobody? All right. Well, then go ahead and drop a comment in here. If you're watching, let us know. Say hi. And if you have an announcement or anything you'd like, just let us know. And at this point, I finally finished the previews. You know, I always feel like I hate when I go to the movies and they got like 45 minutes of previews. We try to keep it short, but we do have a lot going on and we want to make sure you guys are aware of it. So, Father's Day icebreaker. Father's Day is coming up this weekend. So here's our question for everyone. And Scott, do you want to? This was your question.
I'll go ahead and start this. You know, both of us are dads. We've got Britten, who's a dad. John, Nate, you don't have kids yet? Okay. So as dads, we'll probably resonate most with it. But what is one thing that your dad or father figure in your life instilled in you that you still use today? And I'll go first. The one thing that my dad, stepfather, did was he taught me how to survive out in the wilderness, and he kind of taught me and introduced me to martial arts. So 47, probably been in martial arts for about 30 plus years. Know a lot of different things here and there, but being able to survive in the wilderness if I needed to, or defend myself or my family, been able to, that's been instilled with me. So shout out to my stepfather, who is deceased.
Yeah, I think for me, it's I had two memories when I thought about the question. The first one was about my dad, Keith Taul. He would always teach me, and more so later in life because I didn't understand it until then, but he would always be a big stickler when I started businesses or did anything. He'd say, you got to be able to set goals and measure them, you know, and have the measurement. That was the big part. He's like, you can set goals all day long, but if you can't measure where you're at, then, you know, it's not a very good goal. And then, and then my grandpa, who I'm named after, Philip Taul II, Philip Taul I, he would always tell me, you can always tell who you can trust by if they carry a pocket knife in their pocket. That's all I got. What about you, John?
I don't think it's something necessarily that he taught me, but something I observed more, that if there's an opportunity to dance, dance. Doesn't mean that it's like something that's happening and nobody else is dancing. If you feel the opportunity to dance, enjoy that moment and be in that moment and dance.
As someone who knows John's dad from a past life, that summarizes Bo completely. Or play tennis. If a chance to play tennis. But I know Bo's laugh. I know Bo's smile. So I can definitely see him telling John that all the time. Mine is my sarcasm. That's that to a T. I mean, I don't even need to ask where I got it because I know exactly where I got it from because I saw him a few days ago and some of the stories. It's like, yep, here it comes. There it is. And I've got it too. It's a gene that I have. I didn't get his height. I didn't get his build, but I did get his sarcasm. So, but I think it helps open up people. It allows me to talk to people. And what Phil was saying, well, either I've never carried a pocket knife ever, so either I'm the most trustworthy guy or the least trustworthy guy, depending on which way that was supposed to go.
Yeah, I don't carry a
I think
pocket knife.
I think it comes from his like the farming.
Right.
Makes sense.
Well, I think we lost it. Oh, there he is.
I'm back. I knew something weird was going to happen. I've been having issues with my computer all day, so if it happens, I'll be right back. But yeah, I don't think it related to like he would call city slickers. God, it was like more about more good old farm boys. If he's not carrying a knife, then he
Love
may
that
not
movie,
be.
City Slickers and City Slickers 2. That was
Yeah.
some of the best Billy Crystal work. That and Princess Bride. But yeah,
It was a different time back then too, you know. So
Yeah.
So for my
Go ahead.
dad, something that he taught me is it was something that he didn't teach me. And so when I was about 7, 8 years old, I was kind of getting interested in football, and I asked my dad to teach me to throw football. And he said, "No, I'm not going to waste my time." And so a lot of people, that's funny because I went on to be a very celebrated, had a very successful career as an offensive lineman, and so at a young age, my dad basically taught me that lesson, especially as I got older and I thought about it, was he was teaching me how to prioritize and how to work within my strengths.
Mm-hmm.
And that was the kind of wisdom that my dad had. He was funny when he said it. No, he said, I said, "We teach me how to throw football," and he goes, "No, but I'll teach you how to block." That was the rest of it. And it was his way of teaching me how to work within my strengths. And in everything I've done, from teaching, business, and I lost my dad when I was 27, so I didn't get a lot. There's a lot of things I've done in my life he hasn't, that I didn't have his counsel on. But there was just a lot of sagely wisdom that came to me in something as simple as, "No, I won't teach you how to throw a football, but I'll teach you how to block." And that's been something that has shaped my way I've looked at things and my perspective my whole life.
That's
awesome.
good.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
So, Phil, was it having the pocket knife makes you trustworthy, or not having a pocket knife makes you trustworthy?
Well, I think having it made you, but I think it was more about, is this some guy you can trust to come out on the farm and get some work done properly? I think that was more the context of it.
I would think also, because my pocket knife is a multi-tool. I use it for all kinds of things. I think it also it shows a degree of preparedness. One of the other great dads in my life was my college football coach, and we're always taught never go anywhere without a pen, and and always be 5 minutes early. I mean, that was his. That was a life lesson. I don't go anywhere that I don't have a pen or a writing utensil or I know where there's going to be one. Whether it's especially if I'm going to a meeting, if I'm going to anything business oriented or anything like that, I always bring it. I usually bring two because I'm the guy that I'll take a pen and then it won't work.
All right, guys. I think I fixed my issues there. Sorry about that. We need to move on to events, though.
what about you, Rachel?
Rachel.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Good call.
I mean, I can summarize. I mean, my dad has taught me a lot. My dad has taught me what hard work looks like. He's definitely one of the hardest working people I've ever met in my entire life. And he very early on allowed us to step into that with him. So I get my work ethic from my father. And then I think most importantly, like, his foundation is Jesus Christ. And he moves in a way that doesn't make sense to most people because he is so defined by his relationship with the Lord. And, that foundation in his belief, I think whatever you choose to believe in, it was very impactful to me to see him live his life with such a strong moral compass. So I appreciate him. He never cared that I was a girl. He was like, "You're going to get out here and work right alongside me." And so he gave me a strength and ability to persevere despite all odds. So
Good. Nice.
That is very good. All right, John. Father's Day weekend. There's a ton going on. I'm not going to make you read the whole calendar, as we've changed a little bit about how we do this. But you guys, you can go to hardinlocal.com. There's a button there called This Week in the top box, and if you go to the This Week button, you can read all about all the events, and we'll also have an article out later. But we are going to just talk about a couple of different things on the calendar, and then remind you to go check out that web page.
J.O.B. where you gotta be. Events all weekend, Hardin County. J.O.B. where you gotta be. Come on, turn it up, tune it, Hardin County.
That's right. It is a warm week as well. So starting out, we've got some really cool movies that are going on at the State Theater. Got a chance, dollar admission, so inexpensive way to take the family out for a good time. You got Up going on today. They've got a showing at 7 p.m. So if you got something that you want to do for the kids tonight, take them see Up. Tomorrow, I'm excited about this one. One of my favorite John Hughes movies. It's not my favorite. My favorite is The Breakfast Club, but this is a good one. 16 Candles.
Mm.
Will be at 11 a.m. and 7 p.m. Again, dollar, cheap date. Take her out. Get her a good time. And Wednesday, there's something else you could do before or after that movie that Nate will talk about. So yeah, check that out. And yes, Saturday's loaded. You got to pick what you want to do. There's so much stuff going on. There's a kids fishing derby out at Freeman Lake. International Yoga Day. Phil, this would be the perfect time to do it. I feel like
Oh,
internet. I mean, it's the day.
the day. You know, the
It's the
actual
international
official
day.
day is the 21st of November.
Okay, all right. Well, they're doing it a little early, and it's wild. I actually did. That's the summer solstice, right? 21st. I did it on top of the Fraser Building in Louisville one time on summer solstice. It was a great yoga experience. Very nice. But anyways, also Saturday, we've got the Pride and Pints Market at Flywheel. It's going to be some local art from Jonica's Crochet and Critters and Creatures. Jessica Pardon's going to be there. Lance Comer, Kate the Great, and guess what? The JOB will have some things for sale as
Nice.
well, t-shirts and some paintings that I've made. So if you want to do that, it's kid friendly. Everybody's allowed to go to the Flywheel, hang out. They got some games to play there as well.
What
But
time
it'll
is
be a
that
great
at?
time.
Is that 12 to 4? Or, is that
Yeah,
right?
12 to 4.
Okay.
Again, I'll be set up till they tell me to pull it down, though. Tell you what, that's for sure. Also, we've got the St. Brigid Festival going on in Vine Grove from 3 to 8, and the E-Town Summer Showdown basketball tournament at Bluegrass Sportsplex. Big prize, $2,500 prize going on. So that sounds like a good time. Which one of those appeals to you all the most?
Win some money.
Win some money. All
Mm-hmm.
right. Are you a baller? Are you a shot caller?
Yeah, I need to be,
Okay.
a little rusty, but it's just like riding a bike. Just pick it up,
Okay.
I think that fishing
Nice.
event looks like a pretty good idea.
That's a good
You
one to
know?
go with your kids, right? I feel like that's maybe it's a kid fishing day. The dads take your kids out to fish.
Well,
Phil, you ready
Yeah,
to
I
go
will
to
actually.
yoga?
What was that?
And moms, not just dads. But it's Father's
Mhm.
Day weekend, let's pry towards the dads first. We got to be on the dad side.
I agree. Thank you, Phil.
Yeah, I don't
Phil,
think
if
I'm going to be able to. My kid's at Yellowstone right now, so he'll
Oh,
be
nice.
there. He went with some family out to Yellowstone for a couple weeks, so I'm not going to have him on Father's Day this year. So there's that. But I am excited about probably spending some time with my dad this Father's Day. So
Nice.
it'll be great.
Awesome.
But I like that kids fishing. If Aiden was around, I'd think about doing that one.
Very nice. All right. And Friday night, we've got live music going on. Um, and it's some great stuff. Uh, Derek is going to be up there at Saber and Quill. That's going to be the comedy. So live performance of comedy. Hometown Harmonies, Gracie Yates and Brock Burton will be at mini golf from 7 to 10 p.m. And 2 out of 3, B
Ain't bad.
Robbins and Judah
Mm-hmm.
and Cheyenne Band and Casey Romy are playing all this weekend. So it's
Nice.
it's a, it's jam packed with music.
And Judah's the drummer is that Friday Cosmic Golf Show, right? Isn't that your nephew, Rachel?
It is, and they killed it over at Heartland Mini Golf, and so I'm super excited to see. I feel like things always just improve. So if they're going to improve in comparison to what they did over at the Heartland Mini Golf event, I mean, it's going to be out of this world. I was so impressed with them. Of course, I'm biased, but everybody was really into it. The crowd was really getting into it. So
Cool.
And of course,
That's
Casey and
great.
Romy, they're
Oh yeah,
super
and I think
staples
so.
of our
Casey Romy
town.
are playing here at BBT Saturday, but I think Thursday night it's like Malls and Casey. He's playing with somebody else as well.
Interesting.
So go to the website and check that out because that's the only place you can find those informations for the times and the things we didn't mention today.
Yeah, that's just a taste, like John said. There's a ton more this week. Stephensburg Day, live music night at Bourbon Barrel, Cosmic Golf, Revival, and Heartland Mini Golf. Taco Tuesdays at Street Kitchen today, karaoke nights, and more. We can't get all of it in air, so here's what to do. Go to hardinlocal.com, and at the top box, you can find a This Week button. It's also spread out, or you can just go to hardinlocal.com/this-week, and you can check out that calendar. And we're about to have a submit form for that calendar, too, so it'll be a lot easier to get content up on there. Because sometimes we struggle getting everything there, and we probably miss stuff. So we're going to let you guys submit it in the future. And every event, every time, every address, and all the links, one place, updated every week is our goal. And that's what we have now. I think we do a pretty decent job, but I do know we could do better with your help. So make sure you sign up for our free new weekly email and subscribe when you're on the website, so we can send you an email when it's time for you to start using that form to submit your events to us on this week calendar page. Your one stop for everything happening in Hardin County.
J-O-B, where you gotta be. Events all week in Hardin County. J-O-B, where you gotta be. Come on, turn it up, tune it, Hardin County.
All right. Real quick, while I've got you, those Hardin Local candidate interviews for November are open right now. If you're running opposed in the general and you want voters to actually hear from you, go to hardinlocal.com/elections with an S on the end, not just election, but elections, and register by July 5th. All right, Nate, what's the word in business buzz this week? Let me play your song.
My music. No music, no Nate.
Make it great.
If business is buzzing in town, it already knows it's Nate's Biz Buzz.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this just happened earlier today. I've been pushing for it. I've been wanting it. People have been asking, what is the menu for 109 North Mulberry? Britten got to see a sneak peek of it last night, and he's got a great review. He got to go. I did not. I had to work. But menus, Phil, let's have them.
All right. Let me pull. Which one you want first?
We'll just go breakfast.
All right.
This is the breakfast menu. I did have a hand in the artwork there, but this is the breakfast menu. I think I made the mistake earlier when I heard about this place. I just didn't think they would serve breakfast. I guess I just assumed they would be breakfast and dinner. I think other people, or lunch and dinner. I think other people did too. So, obviously that Big E Benedict. I'm not a Benedict one, but I know people that love Benedict. So potato pancakes. German breakfast is just not something I've ever dealt with. Obviously, I've got to get used to that, as I am a friend of the restaurant. But the prices, I think, seem reasonable. I mean, Britten, you're the restaurant guy. Most of that stuff seems pretty reasonable to me.
Yeah. And just so everybody knows, we'll have this menu. We'll have it on a members-only article on Hardin Local. Plus, Nate's going to do the initial share of the menu on Facebook after the end of this live stream. So you'll be able to find it on his page or on Hardin Local's page. But if you want to go read the full special report on this specific restaurant, once we get done, go to hardinlocal.com. You'll be able to see that there. And we'll also have it on Nate's Facebook page as well.
Moving over to lunch, which is which is probably where I'm going to go, because it's got pretzels, and I love me some pretzels. Mm-hmm. I heard the pretzels last night. Erin Kenda from our friend at the E-Town group was there. She said she loved the pretzels. She also said the soups were great. I'm not a soup person, but the soups look good. I do love me some potato salad, so that's probably where I'm going, probably the American. But the hot bacon dressing, I could probably be tempted. And I love bratwurst, party melts. I mean, all that looks good to me. And then we will move over to dinner. They are not serving dinner during their soft opening, which starts tomorrow. Yes, you can go for breakfast, you can go for lunch. I made a post about it. Soft opening is for the next couple of weeks. Dinner won't start because obviously they still have some kinks to work out, which Britten will talk about. That's why we have soft openings. The dinner menu, I don't think it came in very good high quality, but pork belly, schnitzels again, rice, strudels, bacon and eggs, shallot, I guess that's how you say that word? I don't know. A whole chicken. Why have the half chicken when you have the whole thing?
Right.
Pork loin. I mean, it's got some good stuff.
Hey, he doesn't look the whole chicken caboodle.
Yeah, no kidding.
The sorghum looks good. The sorghum pot belly.
I thought we had some QR codes from him too. If you want to pop them up, I don't know if he's got them all or not. At least the one that shows these QR lists and take you to all.
Yeah, we'll have those up on the site. Like I already have an article. Like if you go to hardinlocal.com and click on Business Buzz, it's published, but it doesn't have all the data there yet. So let's wait on Nate's post at the end.
All right.
After you get done with Business Buzz, just push that thing out, and I'll send you the link to link it to for the full special report.
More coming to downtown. Bluegrass Meats. They were going to try to open basically today or yesterday. They had internet issues, which makes it hard to run a restaurant, I would think. So they are opening Thursday. That is their plan. They have repainted. They've resealed the parking lot over there. If it's it's over on Mulberry, on basically right across from the E-Town Police Department. Cat corner diagonal to Pritchard Community Center. So basically the old Dairy Queen. It's where the fish place was before the fish place moved over to my side of town on the sunny side, the sunny south side. I do not know if they're going to have drive-through. I know the other one did. I know the old Dairy Queen did have a drive-through. I will have to ask that, but I hope to get out there Thursday or Friday to check them out as well. Maybe a sneak peek tomorrow. I don't know. I'll have to talk to Tommy Barney. But downtown, getting 2 new restaurants, and I'm pretty sure 109 North plans to be completely open by the end of June, early July. So we'll have 2 new dining establishments downtown. Now it's a double play with the mall. Double play downtown, double play with the mall. Victoria's Secret. I'll say it. I'll admit it. I was there Sunday. It was this last day. It was packed. Already did get some smelly stuff, which sure smells good. It's one of the things I can't smell. There could be a fire behind me. I wouldn't know the heat, the smoke, but the smell. Nope. They were packed. I do not know if they're coming back to the mall. I've seen Phil has seen the same thing I have. We have seen several visions where it says exactly where it's going, and I can't guarantee that's going to happen.
I think I put a picture. I think I got a picture of that. Is this the right one?
Yep. Oh, that's Spencer's, but
okay.
But this is fine. You can leave that back up.
Okay.
So where Spencer's is a black square. If you go, basically 9 o'clock from Spencer's is where Victoria's Secret was going to be, where it splits. They're going to be basically 2 down from the split. I cannot guarantee that that's what's happening. This is the latest version that we have. But we'll stay with it. Spencer's is that black square. They will be coming back to the mall in a new, bigger spot. Basically, they will be right behind VisionWorks. So VisionWorks is that diagonal square on the right side that is the right building, the Belk building, one with Malibu Jacks, and they will be right behind them. So that answers where they're going. I think originally on the original plan they're supposed to go on the left side. Now they're going on the right side. But Spencer's will be back. And they have started construction and putting up the plans for that. So that's all I got now.
So is the mall actually filling back up or just reshuffling? And what fills an anchor space like Victoria's Secret?
Victoria's Secret was going to have to move because right now with the new design, Victoria's Secret and American Eagle both are taking up what's going to be the equivalent of somebody else's spot. Like that spot's not going to physically exist. There is going to be no walkway. So, and plus it's going to go all the way back. Building that where they're at right now is going to end up being A103. We have seen it as projected big box. We've seen it as empty. We've seen it as Burlington, and I heard again Burlington. It would not shock me if Burlington goes there, but they're looking for another big box retail anchor. If it's too big for a restaurant, I can't see anybody else. I mean, that's who they're going after, is somebody like them. If it's not Burlington, another clothing store or somebody like that. But that's who they're wanting for that spot. It makes sense. It's a huge spot. It's over 20,000 combined square feet, so it's got to be somebody massive that goes there.
Yeah, I agree. And what were you thinking? Like Bluegrass Meats, you said opens Thursday. What are they going to be? What's going to be their main services that they offer?
Basically, just when they were on Dixie out near Rose's, drive-through barbecue, which is hard to get. Okay. They don't exist too often. But they will have. Good thing is they'll have indoor seating now. Whenever they were over there at the other location, it was too small. I think it started as I I forget the name of it, but it was something that was like rallies. I don't know if
Mhm.
Britten remember Scott. I mean, y'all been around. It was something that, and it wasn't even checkers either. It was
It
scooters,
was like
maybe.
Burger Junction or something like that. Like
No, that one was the one that's on Radcliffe.
there was one in E-Town too in that little
Oh, it
section
might
right
have
by
been.
Kroger.
Okay,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. But I think it might have been scooters, and then became a check cashing place or loan place for a while. So obviously they couldn't have indoor dining. Now they will, which would be nice. Nice air conditioned. That he's redone it. He's put some barbecue theming up. So I'm interested in that. And so, but their platters last time I had them were good portion sizes, like lots of food.
So also with downtown getting another German restaurant plus Bluegrass Meats, is downtown turning into a real food destination?
John, well, I think our favorite burgers down there. So the Smash Burger at Street Eats. But I know
That's
people,
my favorite one. Yeah.
but J.R. Neighbors has great burgers. For more of that, I do like their fries. Pellizzeri's obviously the main name for itself in the pizza world for the type of sauce that they use. Hub House has added some stuff. Social's always a fun night to go hang out. You've got the bar scene that just continues with it with Bourbon Barrel and the live music and the drinks that you can get there. Straight and Narrows and some stuff. I think so. I mean, some of my favorite restaurants in E-Town. If I'm going to go sit down somewhere, it's probably going to be downtown. Granted, we've got 70,000 options on North Dixie and a bunch by the hotels, but like it's cool watching, and I'm sure John has seen it too. The visitors from out of town that come to downtown and discover it and go, "Oh my God, this is cool."
Mm-hmm. So, and Britt and Michele are going to have a full taste test for you here in a few minutes for the new German spots. We thank you,
I'm
Nate.
so glad I could be there too.
Yeah, Nate's business buzz.
Yeah, I gotta get out here so I can make that post and go to work. But whenever Janine asked me to go, I was so bad. It's like I can't get off. I got to be there. It's like, I know, but who's gonna be perfect for this? So you better get Britt and Michele over there.
Well, they sure did, and we're going to be talking to them here in a few minutes after Rachel's housing market update. But we thank you for the updates, Nate.
Yep. I will make my post and catch y'all later.
Talk to you later. Are you, John? Are you staying around, or are you dropping off?
Oh yeah, we're early right now. We're good.
Cool. All right. Well, let's get over to Rachel's. Oops. I did not mean to do. Rachel, you ready for your housing update?
I am. I'm ready, Phil.
All right. We'll take it away. Let me turn on your theme song.
Rachel's got the numbers. Who's buying? Who's selling? What's hot on the block? Hardin County housing market update. Hey.
I love my ending. All right, guys. Well, of course, Rachel Brantingham here with your weekly Hardin Local Housing Update. And we want to take a close look at what's happening in the Hardin County housing market, and more importantly, what those trends mean for our local community. So this week's headline is lower interest rates and stronger pending activity suggest buyers remain committed to homeownership in Hardin County. So I want to dive into the stats for this week. So we have 34 new listings that came to the market over the past week. All of this information, of course, is from the Hardin Kentucky Association of Realtors, MLS. Also, the details that I'm bringing you are specific from June 19th to June 16th, okay? So last week we had 18 homes go pending. This week we had 30 homes go pending, and 25 families moved into their new homes. We are at 401 active homes available for sale, and we've had 133 homes sold over the last 30 days. That puts us at 3 months worth of inventory on the market. As I've mentioned multiple times, anything over 5 months of inventory on the market puts us in a buyer's market. Anything under 5 months puts us in a seller's market. So we're currently sitting at that 3 months of inventory. So it's a great place to be for sellers. There's still a lot of opportunity out there, however, for buyers. Average days on market is currently 73. We've bounced around in the low 70s now for over a month and a half. So we're holding very steady. That makes me very excited. Average list price climbed to $364,386, okay? So our average list price in comparison to the average sold price, this is the coolest part here. The average list price went up to $364,000, $386,000. The average sold price reached $351,683. That is continuing the trend of strong pricing throughout Hardin County. With approximately 3 months of inventory, it's staying healthy. As you can see here, look how tight that gap is. So sellers, you're making more for your homes right now than you have consistently year to date. So this is a great time for sellers. One of the most encouraging things we're seeing this week is the rebound in pending activity. Like I mentioned, just 1 week ago, we had 18 homes go under contract. This week, that number jumped to 30. We have had some higher interest rates there for a minute. They were kind of in the higher sixes. Those have started to trend down. And in fact, the lender partners that I work closely with, they actually expect to see those maybe even pop down in the high fives, depending on how this the negotiations continue with kind of everything going on overseas. But we have had clients lock in as low as a 6.1 over the past week. So those interest rates are finally getting relief. I don't know, however, that really has as much direct impact on the overall market. And here's why. I haven't been hearing that we're going to wait and buy when the rates improve. That really isn't a topic of discussion any further. What they are saying is we'll buy when we find the right home. And I think that's very important. You know, we've seen consistently now, month over month, the market continue to improve. I think buyers have really settled into the understanding that this is kind of the average norm and rates are going to be a bit higher, probably for most of the foreseeable future. I don't know that we'll ever see threes again. Maybe not in our lifetime anyway. It would be a manufactured thing that would just really be hard to replicate. However, fours and fives and six, I think we'll see those consistently as the cycle of the market continues. So, but we aren't seeing buyers holding off as much as they used to. We heard that continuously. We're going to wait for rates to come back down. People are now saying, hey, we're just looking for the right deal in the right house. Of course, I wanted to talk a little bit about that trend where the gap from list to sold. It tells us two things. First, sellers are pricing more strategically. So I think this is a big part of this. I think sellers have come to terms with the fact that they aren't getting post-COVID pricing for their homes. I think sellers are being very aggressive with their list price, but buyers remain highly committed. Once they find the right home, they're acting decisively. One thing that has changed is where the negotiation happens. Instead of just purchase price, buyers are focusing on repairs, seller-paid closing costs, home warranties, and terms that fit their family's goals. In a lot of ways, it's really just a return to a more traditional, healthy market condition. We're also seeing sellers approach the market differently. They're investing in repairs, fresh paint, staging, landscaping, and thoughtful prep before listing. The homes generating the strongest activity are the ones where sellers did the work up front. Preparation matters, presentation matters, and buyers notice and they respond. A little bit about the different price points in our market. So under $250,000, there are 99 active homes on the market. In average days on market is 66. As I mentioned previously, this is the fastest segment of our market. So if you're buying in this price point, you're going to have to be a bit more aggressive. Between 250 and 400, there's 193 homes on the market. Big drop in days on market though in this category. Last week we were up around 100. It is reduced down to 74. So we're seeing some activity there pretty build. Over 400,000, there's 114 with average days of 78. In luxury market, there's over 800,000. There's only 13 homes to choose from with 88 days on market. Of course, keeping in mind, that's not always the case in reality. That's what the MLS represents. But as luxury agents, we do things just a little bit differently to keep those updated and refreshed. Going down, one of the things that kind of remains true about our market condition is the military influence in our communities. So we're so grateful. Fort Knox and our military community, they are constantly creating a churn in our market. And we are so grateful for them because they keep our market strong. The stability continues to serve our community well. So here's kind of what I'm watching for this next week, guys. I'm watching two things. Will improving rates keep building momentum among buyers already committed to a move? And does the rebound in pending activity confirm that the earlier slow periods that we've seen was simply seasonal? And my suspicion is we're seeing exactly what a healthy summer market looks like. Periods of acceleration, periods of pause, and buyers moving forward when the timing is right for their families. So thank you guys for tuning in to Hardin Local. I'm Rachel Brantingham, and I'll see you next week with another look at the Hardin County housing market.
Rachel's got the numbers, who's buying, who's selling, what's hot on the block. Hardin County housing market update. Hey!
Great.
So do you think that the real story that the slowdown was just summer, or is it something else moving buyers right now?
I really think it's summer. As I'm monitoring it, there's not really any major things that stand out that would cause a huge change. Interest rates are constantly fluctuating. There might have been a knee-jerk impact that was momentary to them going up to like the 6.75 number. And then we might see some of that recovering as people are locking in a little bit lower in the sixes. But even then, we were still seeing, 18 homes go pending. So I do think there is a huge piece of it that is based on like that seasonal activity of kids getting out of school and graduation parties, and people are really busy with weddings. And so personally, I'm not seeing anything that indicates anything other than just these minor seasonal just ups and downs. I think we're in a very steady summer market going forward.
All right. Well, thank you, Rachel. Appreciate you jumping on for that. Are you going to stick around for Britten and Michele's review, or are you going to jump on?
I would love to, guys. I've got to run.
Okay. Well, we
Be safe
will
out
see
there.
you next week. Be safe
All
out
right.
there.
Thanks, guys.
Peace out.
I'm out too.
See ya,
Peace out.
guys.
Bye.
All right, Britten and Michele. See you, Jon. I didn't realize he just said that. Bye, Jon. Let's get these. Let's make everybody a little bigger since there's not as many of us out here today, right? Move you guys up here. Britten and Michele, the experienced eaters, you two hit the soft opening of the brand new 109 North Mulberry German American Cafe downtown Monday night. Before we roll through and walk, I'm gonna play your all's jingle, just because I always forget to.
Experience leaders, walks up, let's go. Trying the spots you need to know. Yeah! Experience
Britten, I'm not dancing beyond jingle, bro.
I don't dance.
Move it around. There you go. Perfect.
I can be like a Lane.
Okay.
Yeah.
Lane Dennis.
you-
There we go.
So you two hit the soft opening, brand new at 109 North Mulberry German American Cafe downtown Monday night. Walk us through it, get the setup for the video, and we're going to be voiceovering that video while we go because there's not a lot of audio on it. So, that'll be a little different for us this time.
So we got the invite and got it on the calendar. We were really excited about it, and we kind of figured we get there at, right around 6. It was 6 to 8 last night, and anyway, things happened. We got away late, and we got there, and we had to wait. And so they had some trouble on the first night. If technology, if you've ever been a teacher or anything, you're a tech person, that that the first time is when it's going to go bad. And
But that's what last night was for, is to get that out of the way.
Called a soft launch.
their point of sale, their point of sale software crashed, and so they had handhelds to do all their ordering on it. I mean, everything crashed. They thought it was the internet provider. The internet provider blamed the point of sale. Point of sale blamed the internet provider.
That's how it works.
It was pandemonium. But I'm gonna tell you something though. It's great that it happened on a soft opening night. Everybody was very agreeable. So we got there. It's about 6:45. We left. We drove around E-Town, saw a lot of the happenings and everything was going on. We got back. And I think about an hour later, we got seated between about 7:45. And but the staff is poised. I'm gonna tell you what, they're experienced and they're poised because they found a way and they got through it.
Yeah, they did a great job working through the troubles.
The adversity.
Even like with us, sometimes we have internet issues. It happens. and they worked through it completely gracefully, and they got it done. So they did a great job.
And and so the thing I think I'll say my summary first is I'm excited that we have a new location or a new business in Hardin County that is offering a cuisine that is not normal or that's not already here.
Right.
They're filling a niche, but the energy, the love that's in the food, the thoughtfulness of the menu. You can tell that the owners, that Janine and Chris, have got they've got their hearts in this, and they are, and they've got everything going right in order to be successful. And and that is as somebody that is has been in the restaurant business, has been in some of the situations they were in last night, and done that. I was very inspired, because I know that there's so many people that the first couple things hit the fan and they're like, I'm out,
Right.
And that's or their attitude becomes terrible, and and that's one of the things I'll say is everybody that was there, everybody was smiling, the food was great, and it was even with the adversity, it was still a hugely positive experience.
Hey guys,
Gotcha. I was just trying to get the scene set. So this is the concept is a German American Appalachian blend. Is that right? Classic German plates, right next to down home Kentucky comfort food.
And so one of the things that we talked about with Janine last night is some of the different things that'll be there. The like she has biscuits and gravy on the menu, and then I know there'll be a bologna biscuit. There might be a Spam biscuit. There's going to be some things that will definitely have some Eastern Kentucky Appalachia flair to it. But then there's also some very solid German roots or backbone that's there. And that's one of the things that I will say is everything that I had that was German last night was exceptionally authentic, and that's the execution was there. The timeliness was off a little bit because the kitchen was off, because how they had trained and what they had prepared for, how they had prepared, they didn't have those tools available. But the execution and I was really impressed. Michele and I talked about this at length last night. The thoughtfulness of the menu, it's very well put together, and you can definitely feel the heart of the owner and the staff in what they prepare.
All right. So just so you guys know, we're talking about 109 North Mulberry German American Cafe, and yes, that is the name. Who's behind it? The Flavor Queen, I guess is her nickname, right? Janine
Washel, I believe is how you say her last name.
Janine Washel. And she's a Kentucky chef and a caterer known, I think, for TV cooking segments too, regionally. They'll be at 109 North Dixie. Their phone number is 270-982-7308. The full menu will be available on hardinlocal.com, and also Nate and Hardin Local's Facebook page coming up shortly. So you'll be able to find it there. But yeah, you ready to go ahead and get started? This is going to be a little different for us, right? Since you guys will have to kind of voice over after the initial introduction here, which I think I'm just going to skip the initial introduction and just go straight to where you guys are inside, since we've already introduced it. So here we go.
It's kind of hard to get a picture of without getting in the road. So we started out with, this is a potato and leek soup and a tomato basil soup. Pretty standard fare. The appetizers, they had deviled eggs. They also had a sorghum pork belly, and that might have been the best bite of the night.
Yeah.
I mean, it was one of those things that it was crispy, it was sweet, it was savory. It had a great combination, a lot of umami there to go with that. And then this is one of their sides. It was with the pork, and that sweet potato casserole they have there. It was some of the best I've ever had.
That was kind of a sorghum sauce, pork chop with sweet potato casserole, and then I've got
That's a chicken schnitzel right there.
Yeah, chicken schnitzel with a Jaeger mushroom gravy. I've got some potato salad and some spatzel. Everything was delicious. I thought it was really good.
Yeah, we even had Sue French commented earlier when we were talking about it, said food was delicious. Thank you for the comments, Stu. Sue.
Now they call this the Big E. This is like it's an eggs Benedict with it's a chicken schnitzel, and it's over a potato pancake. This was really interesting. I really enjoyed it, but it was something different. I had never had that, and The sauce it was reminiscent of the tomato basil, but it was a little bit different also. I think it has a little creamier, a little more gravy like. But this was really neat. You know, you I don't know if it's going to show it or not, but you cut the egg and the yolk kind of come out a little bit, and which was a hard pass for Michele because she doesn't do eggs. But it was I really enjoyed this. It was very refreshing, and I think what I like really about their plans are, you know, they're going to start out breakfast and lunch for the first couple of weeks to get until they get their bearings set, and then they're going to add dinner. But they're going to have a really a lot of variety there for some things that I don't think you can just go anywhere in E-Town and get.
Yeah,
and that's something that I really appreciate to go with that.
Look how pretty that is.
It does look pretty.
Glaze was very flavorful. If you're not familiar with sorghum, the brown color comes because it almost scorches or burns as they cook it down, and it had a really nice kind of a charred sweetness to the pork, and then like I said, the sweet potato there had some candied pecans on it, and it was really
It was my
tasty.
favorite thing we had last night.
I'm getting hungry just looking.
Yeah, me too. I love
Because
me a good-
those eggs Benedict, I'm a big eggs Benedict person. Yeah, some of my favorite food right there.
What were you saying, Scott?
I'm saying I love me a good broth.
Yeah.
That's my favorite German food, is a good broth. Because I'm just simple when it comes to my food.
You know, Job was there while we were there last night, and
Yeah, he just said pork belly was his favorite. I just put the comment up. Still trying to try the
well, he's
breakfast.
he's doing his he's doing his 30-day hard, so he was limited a little bit because I know he was eyeing some of the potato pancakes and the biscuits and gravy a little bit there to go with it.
Here's another comment from Sue. Hot pretzel bites with beer cheese was tasty too. Love the soups. Chicken schnitzel and German potato salad were truly authentic German. Sweet potato casserole was delicious, as was the banana pudding and black forest cake. Thank you, Sue.
So, Britten, I'm just curious, with their POS going down, how do they solve that? What do they do? Just like
Old school
scan? What do they do?
paper and pencil.
Okay, cool. Okay, I was just curious. Good.
So it was,
Yeah.
I didn't know that their POS was down when we first got there. You know, we were kind of waiting for a table to open up, and they were running a little behind. And like I said, it was pretty frantic. And Janine had went to work on the computer system, and so the chefs were in the kitchen. And I look back there, and I see one of the chefs, and he's got a piece of paper, and he's got one ticket, and it has the entire table's order on it. And I immediately turned to Michele, and I said, "That is a no-fly. That is not good." And in my time in my mom and dad's place, being a short order cook and cooking orders and doing plate service like that, that just makes it so hard when everything's on one paper. I had a strict rule, and people, and I had some waitresses that didn't like it, but I was like, you get one order per ticket. And so if you've got 10 orders for a table, I need 10 tickets because of the way we process through everything. And they were trying, and I could tell they were struggling a little bit with that, but they stayed at it, and they overcame it to be there. And so same time as French was, we saw her come in, and like I said, at 5:30 they were open. Soft opening was at 6. At 5:30 they were lined up out the front door and down the side of the building. They were there.
That's good.
So you said 50 people all at 6 p.m.
Wow.
Which is
that was something else. The software that they used to create their event and send the invitations was supposed to put people in sections of 30-minute increments to stagger, and it didn't. So everybody showed up at 6. That's another one of those snafus. But if the POS hadn't went down, that would have been fine.
Right.
Yeah.
Together, that kind of makes a little bit of a.
It's a lot to handle all at once
that's
for
a heck of a storm.
anybody.
Yeah, sounds like they came out on the good side of it, because that could wreck it for a lot of people. It's good to hear that they worked their way through it. Let's check out the rest of these desserts. I guess that's what you're talking about.
That's the Black Forest cake, and that was pretty impressive. And they've got a lady there that just graduated from Sullivan. That's their baker, and she comes in at 5 a.m. and she does their biscuits and their desserts and their bread. And she does that, and she's pretty young, but but from what we had, she's very accomplished.
So is this the banana pudding? I know that you guys are banana pudding's very important to you guys. I know you made me some delicious banana pudding the other day. So talk about that.
And so we actually didn't get the banana pudding last night.
Okay.
We our desserts, we ended up with the Black Forest cake and the strawberry and the apple schnitzel.
Apple
Or apple
strudel.
strudel.
Mhm.
I gotcha.
Look at
So
this.
anything?
Look at this
this
cut he's got right here. And I mean, just look at that. And those are they had a homemade cherry filling in it, and then those were fresh cherries there, and then there's the apple strudel all together. Like I said, it was very impressive. And what I really liked about this was it was apple flavored, because a lot of times you get apple and there's a ton of cinnamon, and it was the apple flavor came through. And I mean, all together, they did a fantastic job, especially under some very tough circumstances. And I'm excited about what 109 North Mulberry is going to be for us in our community. I think I don't know what their exact evening hours are going to be, but Michele and I talked about it. It's nice to have a place that we can, somewhere different than what we already have to be able to go, and especially when you have personable people that are the benefit or the operators. The staff's friendly, they're courteous, but they really have a passion for doing things right and wanting to bring a quality product to our community, and that's where the excitement comes together. Because all of our favorite restaurants in Hardin County are places that the owners are there. They're putting in the time, and they're doing the quality. They're doing the quality control, and they're making sure that the product that the product and their name go together, and it's a positive experience.
So we thank you for another comment. All in all, they did a fantastic job at handling the challenge. That's basically what we're hearing here. We thank you for that. You don't hear that as often. You usually just hear a bunch of negativity, so it's good to hear positive messages. So for somebody who wants to try it this week, Britten and Michele, what should they know before they go?
Well, I believe that they are closed today because they had to do some restocking, and they're still trying to get the point of sale worked out. It's rough when your POS is a POS, and so they got to get that lined out. But I believe for the next couple of weeks they're going to be open. I think they're going to be open Tuesday to Sunday, and they're going to be open like 7 to 2. They're going to be open for breakfast and lunch. And so I would encourage people to get down there, try it out, be patient.
Yes.
The place only seats about 40 people. So it is small. It's very quaint. Just be patient.
It was decorated really cute.
Oh, the decor was, Michele
really
hawked the decor really, really quick. And, and just, enjoy the experience. The vibe's great. The attitude, the atmosphere is awesome. And just, enjoy the people and be prepared for a quality meal and be excited about it.
Yeah, I think they're going to be a good place. And I just think it's very important for people to realize when some place is brand new and opening up, you have to go in with an open mind and give them some grace. So many times you see that when something is brand new, everybody goes, they try it the first time. It may be a little rough to begin with. You got to give them time to get their wheels on straight and get things going. Be patient with them. I think it's going to be great. Just remember that when you go. And parking, the door opens up right on the street. So you have to kind of park you have to go down the little alley beside and then park behind all the buildings.
Municipal.
Yeah. So parking would be the only other thing I think people might be like, well, where do we park? Yeah. Go down the side and park behind and you'll be great. We walked right over.
Well, one of the things that I'll say is anytime, I don't think people understand. Of course, the internet warriors and the keyboard warriors out there are the worst people in the world.
Yeah.
And what really bothers me is you'll have people in Radcliffe and E-Town and in Hardin County that will echo somebody's bad experience and pass it off as their own and be like, well, my friend did this. And then they've never even been there and they're trashing somewhere based on what they heard with no validation. And it just reminds me of something that Babe Ruth said. He said the loudest boos come from the cheapest seats. And it amazes me the people that have no skin in the game, no investment in the game, and how critical they are. And they don't realize that these people that have opened this business, not just 109 North Mulberry, but the people that are opening these businesses, they have tens of thousands, maybe hundreds of thousands of dollars invested in what they're doing to provide a service or provide an experience to you, the consumer. And so have some class and be understanding of what they have, and what they're doing,
What they're trying to do.
and especially as that learning curve is coming around the line. And so, they're not big enough. I think you got to seat 50 in order to sell alcohol, and I don't think that they're not even close to the seating capacity.
But they allow the hub cups, it sounds like. So.
Now the hub cups, those are what they can get at different places that they can be carried around downtown.
Mm-hmm.
So, that's one of the things. I think Janine and Chris, they're going to be they're fantastic people. They're going to do great. And I think they'll hit their stride way sooner than most people would that are in this game. And so I'm excited for it.
I accidentally clicked that.
You're playing me off. I understand how it is. It's like the
You got time. You got time.
Hey, we're 50 minutes earlier than we were last week, so I don't need to hear anything, Phil.
No, I know. I'm not saying anything other than I got a 2:30 meeting. But I literally did click it too quick because I had one more question. Setting the day one side kinks aside, is this a place you'd tell people to go back to once they're dialed in, or even now, just to help them out? Just to it sounds like that's the case, and just to remember to be gracious and give some grace if you're going to go sooner than later.
I have no reservations sending anybody there. And like I said, their heart's in it. They're in it to serve and to be able to produce high quality food in a top notch experience. And I'll say it like I usually do. This is an experience you got to eat. You need to get there and give them a shot.
Well, that's great.
We'll go back. Let's go back.
Yeah.
Let's go back and do a revisit maybe in a month once everything's rocking and rolling, and go in and really see how much they've changed and improved, and do another one. Let's go back. Let's do a revisit later.
That's one of the things I think is fun. And I told her that when I go into a restaurant, I look at systems. I look at who's doing what, how they're processing through things, and it'll be fun to go back in a month and see. Okay, because I have a list in my mind. Hey, this is what I would some changes.
How they've grown.
We could be more efficient this way, and see if they figured it out. Which I have a feeling. Janine's super analytical. In a 20-minute conversation with her last night, saw that tremendously, and so she'll have the numbers and have the timing down. And I was talking with one of the chefs, and it impressed. He said something just really impressed me. He said, I have my goal is a 12-minute ticket time, and there's nothing pre-done. They're doing everything as they go.
Yes.
So to have a goal of a 12-minute ticket time on a plate, doing everything, putting it together and assembling it, that's legit.
Gotcha.
All
right. Good job. Anyway, we thank you guys for doing that. And remember, it's 109 North Mulberry. Go check it out. And remember the full report and menu. And we'll have a full report on hardinlocal.com later today. Nate's already posted the menu, pictures of the menu on his Facebook page, which I'll grab that link and put it in the comments here in the next few minutes of this post. And you'll be able to check out that menu and zoom in and see whatever you want to see there. Before we wrap up, though, let's scroll through some. I actually got most of the comments. Sue had another one that was nice. It's nice to have authentic German restaurant again. We missed German food in Hardin County and Jefferson counties. I do know we have a few other German options, but yeah, in the heart of that, I do. I'm glad that you guys are happy about it, Sue. I'm glad it was a good experience, and I can't wait to try it out myself. Michele, any updates on the Red Brick Cottage?
We did our big wedding show in Louisville on Sunday. We had great experience with that, and hopefully we'll be bringing people from all over the place to Hardin County to come see what we have to offer. So thank you for asking, and as usual, getting excited for the upcoming fall wedding season. Ladies, if you have any needs for dresses, formals, bridesmaids, mom, grandma, guest, cruise, anniversaries, anything. Here at the Red Brick Cottage, we can help you with all sizes and all budgets. So come, let us take care of you the way you should be taken care of. So customer service is paramount, along with a wonderful experience and products. So come see us.
All right. Anybody else have any shout outs or any personal or business shout outs? Scott or Britt?
Hey, Scott, I'm getting excited about Shrek. I've seen a lot of signs. So
that'll be in July. It'll be next month. So we'll talk about that in July. But yes, that's going to be coming.
Well, Shrek holds a special place in our hearts. So it's like, it's.
And Caden will be back from GSA this month on the 27th, but he'll be playing trumpet during the music as well. So if you hear a trumpet player, that's Caden.
Okay,
That's cool. That's very cool.
Nice.
I always tell the joke. I saw it in my Facebook memories a couple days ago. That you remember when they first had the thing, the filter come out. You take a picture and it turned you to a cartoon.
Yeah,
that was like they come out first. That's what 2-3 years ago. And so I took a picture of me and Michele, and we were like this together. And then I put look what it gave us, and then I put a picture of Shrek and Fiona together because that's our family kind of refers to us as that most days. And so it was. It's always been important. It's been important to us.
Yeah, definitely. I like Shrek.
All right. Well, here's how you can stay connected with us at Hardin Local. Visit hardinlocal.com. All our links, the event calendar, past episodes, and the free newsletter. Sign up, make an account. It's free. There's already content up there. The this week episode, the housing market update, the initial report about the German restaurant is also up there too. You'll have to sign in to gain access to that, and we will be updating that with much more content later. But you can also go to Bryan's Facebook page to find the menu, and we'll share it on the Hardin Local page here shortly. We're on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Apple Music, and iHeartRadio. Follow us and tell a friend. Typically, these podcasts show up the next morning, so like I usually have it up by Wednesday morning at 8 or 9, sometimes 10 a.m. So, you can get this live stream version and listen to it there the next morning. Follow us on LinkedIn, subscribe on YouTube, follow us on Facebook. If you're watching us right now and you don't have us followed and turn those notifications on, go ahead and do that. One more time on our spotlight today, candidates running opposed in November, get your free interview. Go to hardinlocal.com/elections and register by July 5th. It's very important you register by July 5th. So I have time to get everything logistically scheduled and done in time so it's fair for everybody. And business owners, if you want to get in front of Hardin County like our sponsors do, visit hardinlocal.com/sponsor or text me at 270-312-2910. You can also text me at 270-312-2910. And to all the dads out there, happy Father's Day this Sunday. Get out, support local, and enjoy the weekend. A big thank you to Rachel for jumping on for the housing update when she was already supposed to not going to be showing up today, but she still did, and we really appreciate you, Rachel, for doing that. Thank you, Scott. Thank you, Jon and Nate, and also Britt and Michele. And to everyone watching, thank you for being part of the Hardin Local community. We'll see you next Tuesday, same time, same place. Until then, actually, go check out also our website. We got a whole new, I just remembered this, we got a whole new little section about the World Cup. It shows you when USA is playing next, and it has like a nice panel. It shows you how everything's graded and scored. A lot of people don't understand how the World Cup works. I didn't until like more recent, but it's still pretty cool. I always think there's a lot of American pride there watching Team USA, which I think they play Friday. Is their next game.
Soccer as well, so I love watching it.
Yeah.
Once in a while.
So support the United States men's team at the World Cup. And then until next week, support local, stay connected, enjoy everything happening right here in Hardin County. Happy Father's Day and have a great weekend, everyone.
Thank you guys. Bye.